G'day guys, it's Jason Nick here from the Udderfarm. This is part 2 to the Father's Day special. As I said before, Nick's decided to drag me away from the farm. She said I need some time off, so what a perfect time to come to the beach when it's Father's Day. So this is part 2. We're doing slow cooked shanks for dinner tonight, so roughly I put it on now. Time's about 8 o'clock here, so if I let them go for say 8, 9, 10 hours on a really slow cook, the meat should be just falling off the bone by the time it's ready. So we'll go ahead to the kitchen, and what I'll do is I'll run through all the ingredients. It's not a recipe you'll find online, it's my own recipe. So I'll run through all the ingredients and then we'll come back and I'll show you what I do to make the base. Righto guys, we're in the kitchen now. I'll just go through the ingredients. Olive oil, 1 onion, pre-diced, 4 cloves of garlic, lamb shanks, fresh rosemary, that's from Nicole's garden. Got some dried thyme there because we hadn't known fresh. I like to add a bit of heat, so I'll put a bit of chili flakes in as well. Tomato paste. I like to throw in 2 tins of tomato, diced, and a handful of sultanas. Red wine and sweet potato. The sweet potatoes goes at the end. We mash that up on the plate. We put it on a bed of sweet potato, or you can use potato. So what I'll do is I'll cut everything up, then I'll go back to the fire and I'll make the base. Right, I will start putting all the ingredients in the slow cooker now. Rip that lid off. Put it somewhere not going to get sand on it. Bit of oil. Next we'll throw the garlic. Already pre-cut that up, and the onion in the bottom. Give that a bit of a stir. Throw in the tomato, diced tomato next, 2 tins, straight in on top. Second one. Like I said, I like to have 2 fires going, so one's for making me coals and the other one is for slow cooking on the side. That way you've all got coals to go. Throw in a few chilies. Won't put too many, I know Nick won't like it too hot, so we'll just throw a few in, add a bit of heat. Throw in your rosemary, just the branches will do. You can take the leaves off if you want to, but we just throw them in whole and we'll put them out at the end. Dump in all that thyme. Go in with the tomato paste. Dump that straight in on top. Handful of sultanas. And last of all, we're throwing a bit of red wine. Yeah, about a cupful will be right. About a cup. We'll give all that a stir. What I like to do is I stir it now, then I put the lid on and let's let it simmer for 5 minutes before I put the shanks in. So that's about, let that simmer. Grab the lid, put the lid back on. Then we'll let that go for 5 minutes. What I'll talk about now is, actually I didn't say before, a good idea is with your garlic. I know at home I have garlic cloves in the cupboard. What happens is you forget about them. When you go to use them, they're all dried up. Throw them in the bin, then you've got to purchase more garlic. A chef I used to do work for over in Fraser Island, Trevor Henderson, great chef, he's since passed. What he come up with, or told me to do with that situation, rather than waste your garlic, any cloves you've got, take them out of the husk back to the raw state. You put them in a container. I knew me got an old glass jar at home. Put olive oil in it, drop your garlic cloves in. What it does then is the garlic infuses through the oil. The garlic I've used here has been in the fridge for 12 months, 18 months. It won't go off. It just adds more flavour to your oil, and that's the oil I use in here for cooking. So it's a great idea, otherwise you'd be throwing it in the bin. So straight in there, your cloves last forever, and also the oil is beautiful. I put it on the barbecue when I'm doing barbecues at home, so it adds that garlic flavour to your meat. Righto guys, we'll come back in 5 minutes and we'll check that, and then we'll add the shanks. We'll lift this lid now and have a look. That's been probably 10 minutes, so Just a slow bubble there. You don't want it too fast, guys, because we plan doing this for 8 hours, so you don't want to go too fast. The meat will cook too fast. You want it to be slow, low and slow, so the meat just falls off the bone. If you go too fast, it won't be that tender towards the end. Also, with your tin stuff, I just put water in there and get all of it out, so give it a rinse. During the day, if this is drying out, you just keep adding water to it. So I'll put that in there now, tip that in. And then you just go straight on with your shanks on top of that. So we'll come through the day and do a few checks. Just give it a stir, make sure everything's fine during the day. Make sure it's simmering. We'll slowly add some coals. But like I said, I'm happy with that simmer at the moment. You feel that? Yeah, that's warm, so you just want it lukewarm and to slowly go into the meat, cook it slowly. So we'll come back and during the day, about 3 periodic checks. Righto guys, catch you later. Righto guys, it's now 3 hours into the cook. Put it on at 8:30, so it's 11:30. We'll lift the lid. I'll show you what we got. What I did, so you can see the sizzle, is I just stoked it underneath to let you know, show you roughly what kind of a sizzle you want to be slow cooking all day. So there's probably half a dozen bubbles there, so that's probably all you want. Any more than that, it's going to be too fast, your meat will be cooked. The hardest thing about this is, because I'm doing a slow cook, is you want it slow. The last thing you want is when you pull it out to serve it up, and the meat falls off the bone and in there, then you've got to sift through it to get the meat off. You sort of want the meat to be tender enough that it sticks to the bone, then it'll fall off when it's on the plate. So that's the simmer you want, guys. I'll just give it a stir while I'm here. Doesn't need any more water. You can see the fat rendering out there. That's adding flavour. Cover that up. We just give a bit of a turn. Turn him over. Bottom side up. Other one as well. Roll him over. See, it's starting to come off the bone now. Slowly, it's pulling in up the bone, so it's starting to cook. Very slow. Like I said, when we lifted it, just a few bubbles. I'll put that back on, make sure you've not got sand on your lid. No, bit of it there. Oh, that's sensational. I can smell it, just the aroma is, oh, beautiful. What I'll do is I'll roughly show you how much coals to put on. You only want a slow sizzle, like I was saying. I'll put this on properly. So roughly all I'm putting on for coal wise is probably that much. It's not a great deal, but that's all you need, and that'll give you a fair few bubbles. But probably every hour I've been putting that on. Any more, you're going to really cook it too fast. So that's all you want, no more than that. So that's about it, guys. We'll check back in another 3 hours from now, and we'll get the boys a taste of it, taste the sauce. There's flavours coming out now, so we'll come back and see you then. Alright guys, it's been 6 hours now, so we'll just check it now. That's 6 hours. It's been on, so we'll just pull her open. Yeah, that's rendering down beautiful. You can see all the fat around the top, the flavour. Just like I said, just trickling away. You don't want any more than that. We want it long and slow, so it really softens that meat. I'm not game to turn it, because you can see it's all starting to fall apart on one side. If I turn it at this point, it's going to crumble. So, truth be known, it's probably all ready, but I'm going to leave it another hour or so. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh yeah, that sauce. It's rendered down just beautifully. So all I've got left to do now is basically, so I've got my sweet potato. So I won't go through that, I'll just peel them, I'll throw them in to the saucepan. You don't need to know how to peel sweet potato, I'm sure we all know that. So that's the only thing left. There's another thing I want to talk about though. The boys just went for a drive up the beach. We're up there yesterday as well. And it's concerning. You know, we want to keep the beach clean, you know, for our generation to come and their generation. I know the boys on four-wheel drive action, Graham and Shauno, say all the time about rubbish up the beach. The boys only gone half an hour, and have a look what they come back with. You know, that's what people are leaving behind, guys. You know, if we keep doing this, the national parks, we've already had national parks closed down. You know, all we want is the camping areas like here we're staying now to be closed down. Then no one can use it. Our kids, their kids. We want to keep it open. So come on, boys, just. We always go in with one bag, take out 2 bags. Nicole's an advocate of this. Her old man and her used to go up the beach as you know, Nicole's a teenager. They used to drive an XB panel van up the beach, up over Indian Heads. Loved it, but they always went in with one bag and always brought out two. So Nicole's a beach goer, I love the bush. Same thing in the bush. We're camping in the bush, same thing. We find rubbish everywhere. We really need to clean up our act, guys, otherwise we're going to wreck it for our future generations to come. So that's what we've got. The boys only done that in half an hour. So if you jump online, if you haven't got your own bags, I know Drifter supply bags as well. Jump online, Drifter Cleanup, they'll supply your bags. Get up, we really need to get on top of it, otherwise it's going to close the beaches. That's about all I've got, guys. That's that done. So happy Father's Day to all you guys out there. Forgot to mention it before, and next time you see me, we'll be serving this on a plate. Can't wait. Righto, guys. Cheers. Righto, guys, this is it. Lamb shanks into the line. I'll just serve them up now. I've already pre-done the spuds before, so they're all mashed up, ready to go. What we do is we'll just layer that onto the two plates. Make a nice bed of sweet potato on each. We've got Nick on the back of the camera today. Cal's just gone home, so Nick's taken over the role. There goes Spring. I'm pretty hungry, been cooking all day. Righty-ody. There's the spuds. Take off the lid, we'll check this out, eh? Slow cooked shanks, 8 hours. Right, guys, I'll just grab a bit of... Oh, this is... What I'm trying to do is get them out in one piece. Oh, they're just so tender, they're falling apart. Adds to the presentation if I can do this. Oh, look at that. Oh, that bone is just falling out of there. That's how tender it is. That bone just fell off that. I was lucky getting it out. Grab this other one. Go carefully. Yeah, that's just falling apart, look. That's just, oh. Try not to salivate over the meal here. What I'll do is I'll actually get a bit of sauce out of here, guys. Oh, look at that. So look how rich it is. Just sprinkle that over the top, guys. Nice as that. That's... Oh, stop it. I'm starting to dry up in the mouth. Alright, guys, that's it. Now what you can do is definitely not wasting this base. That base has got that much flavour. It's been cooking for, what, 8 hours now? Definitely keep that. That'll make a good pasta base. So whether you put your bacon, some mushrooms in it, and then just, yeah, put that on top of pasta. There's that much. That can be used as a base for anything, a stock. So definitely don't throw that out with the flavour in it. Righto, guys, we're going to have a nice glass of wine with this, and we're going to watch the sunset. Before I do go, I'd like to thank Callum, my lad. He told us about King Kuna, so I haven't been here before. Definitely a great spot, guys. If you want to go to a good place camping, King Kuna, place to go. Also, a big yell out to Ben, Cal's mate. He drove us around King Kuna, and we've seen everything. One end of the beach to the other down at Woodgate. So Ben, coming your way, mate. You wouldn't take any cash for the fuel, mate. So there's a hat, Udderfarm hat coming your way, and a Udderfarm pink stubby cooler. Nah, just joking, big fella. I'll get a blue one out to you, mate. I know you want it. So guys, have a great morning, great afternoon, and a good evening, wherever you're watching this from. And happy Father's Day once again, guys, and we'll see you later.